Hello YouTubers, welcome back to the official Handsome Jersey Devil channel, where we focus on overall health, personal development and coaching, and product reviews of high quality goods. My name is Walter Niguez and I am the owner of the brand and the host of this channel. Today we're going to be talking about ways to reset, refocus your mindset on work. As some of you may know, a big part of my business is consulting and all aspects operations. And recently I had the opportunity to work with a very well-known boutique fitness studio. In this role, I was tasked with the responsibility to run the day-to-day operations of this business like it was my own. But one of the things that really stood out to me were the attitude the staff had. Now, this was the first time I worked with young adults who recently graduated high school or were in college or were just starting off their career. And the attitude was, this doesn't serve me and my end career goal. This is only a means to an end, collecting a paycheck. Well, I'm here to explain how you can change your perspective from a means to an end, paycheck collecting job, to a useful and necessary process to your end goal career, business or project, or your perceived goal, as this may change as you develop personally and professionally. There are 3 things that you want to look out for. 1 is sales, 2 operations, and 3 soft skills. We'll start with sales. Now, I'm going to use my last project that I was in as an example for this video. So one of the tasks that I had was to coach and develop the staff. What I typically like to do is reach out to them one-on-one and figure out what their strong suits are, what they need help in. And one of the common comments that were made was, and keep in mind, they are young adults in college. 1, I'm in law school. I don't see the need to develop my sales skills here. That is not really one of my my strong suit. Another one was, hey, I'm in research and science. I don't see myself selling. I like to work behind the scenes. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter if you're in law, it doesn't matter if you're in research and development. The reality is that you're going to need sales experience no matter what. If you're a young attorney looking to start their own practice, work for another firm, eventually become partner, guess what? You're gonna have to sell yourself. You're gonna have to sell the practice. If you want to own your own practice and run your own practice, you need to sell, period. You need clients. That's how business works. People often think that your profession and running a business are 2 different things, and they're really not. Everything needs business structure, everything needs sales. If you're in research and development, well, you need grants, you need funds, you need to raise capital. You need to sell yourself, you need to sell your program in order for you to do that. And so those are just 2 examples, but the reality is you need sales experience anywhere you go. And here are some ways to, combat any kind of negativity or any kind of issues that you may have with sales, and that is understanding it from a different perspective. One of the things that sales does is it allows you to really get to engage with another individual when you're selling. You get to learn body language, you get to learn facial expressions, you get to learn hand gestures, their tone of their voice. You really get to examine all these different parts when you're negotiating, when you're communicating with another individual. And all those skills are going to help you when, believe it or not, when you're meeting friends on a date, when you're interviewing for a new job, you get to understand those skills. A lot of it is psychological as well. So, you're understanding what their needs are, what is their drive, and whether you're selling clothing line, whether you're selling fast food, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, there's a psychology behind that, and you get to understand that almost like you're your own computer gathering this information and it's spitting out results. That's what you're basically doing. Anytime you're running a business, most of sales is solving problems. There's a need, there's a problem, and you're there the solution, whether it be a product or a service. That's it. That's all sales is. And what it does is it allows you to strengthen up those skills to better communicate with one another and understand why we do what we do. What is it that drives us to make a purchase? What is the problem and what are you solving? That's one of the advantages that you get from developing that skill. Now onto the topic of operations. Now this one gets overlooked pretty often. But in my opinion, it's just as important as sales and soft skills. Because if you're looking to open up a business, run another person's business, you're gonna need these skills. So if you work in a fast food pace restaurant particularly, you wanna get an understanding of why their operation is laid out the way that it is, how it operates, what is the model, what is the purpose, and the function. Get to understand procedures and planning. Ask questions. Talk to your supervisor. Talk to your manager. Talk to your director. Whoever's in charge. Get comfortable asking questions, because the more you understand these processes, the better you're going to be equipped to, apply them when it's your turn to either start your business and understand processes, planning, business planning, training, coaching, etc. And you're better equipped to operate your own business, or be an operator for somebody else's business. Soft skill is the last one that I want to touch on. And again, these are just 3 key points. They're not the end all. So we're going to leave off with soft skills. Soft skills is very, very important, and now more than ever, because one of the things that I am seeing, especially with the younger generation or younger adults, is that their development skills when it comes to intercommunication, face-to-face communication, just seems to be gone down since the pandemic. Since the invention of technology or the iPhone, we have become more and more isolated and more withdrawn. And so this one is very important. Is look in your environment, look at the workspace that you're in. Are you talking to people on a day-to-day basis, face-to-face? That's something that I would encourage you to do. If you're not, then I would encourage you to be more present, be more in the office if you're in an office job. If you already are, guess what? Those people, you're going to notice they're going to communicate much, much better, because they're already experiencing, the communication with one another, the face-to-face, understanding body language, understanding the process, understanding, people's needs. With soft skills, you learn to work with one another, how to adapt into different environments, time management. All of these things are a key factor in wherever you go. It doesn't matter if you're starting somewhere new or you're starting your business. These are all skills that you're going to need. And if you look at them from a perspective of, this is me adding more information into my arsenal so that I can be a better version of myself for the next job, for me operating my new business or starting a passion project, you're going to need all those skills. So these are all 3 important key factors when going into the workforce. If you're just starting out, or if you are in, look at it from this perspective. And if you find yourself looking at your job as, all right, I developed all these skills, now what's next? Now it's time to move on to the next challenge. Maybe it's a new company, maybe it's a new industry, and check how they work and how they operate, and see how that can be beneficial to your, again, end goal career, business, or project. see how they can benefit you. If you're feeling stuck, then it's time to move on. But again, make sure that you're challenging yourself and you're looking at your current job with this new perspective. Gather as much information as you can before moving on, and then when it's time to move on, it's time to start again and see how you can, one, utilize the skills you developed into this new job, career, and see how a new industry, and see how you can add value while at the same time learning, and coming in with the perspective of what am I learning, how am I learning this. It's not just I'm here to collect a paycheck and then that's it, because you will not only do a disservice to the people that you're serving and your employer, but you'll be doing a disservice to yourself. Now I'll end this with mental health, because the whole purpose of my channel, my brand, is really focused on mental health. If you're struggling with sales experience, developing in sales and developing those skills, if you're struggling with creating process in your work environment, if you're having a hard time with your soft skills, communicating with one another, adapting to different situations, reach out to a licensed therapist or reach out to a professional so that they can better assist you with breaking down these blockages. I found it useful. I unfortunately found this useful very late. I wish I would have known this much younger. So whoever's here just entering the workforce, or you're just really starting out, take advantage of therapy, because it will help you break down again those barriers and help you understand why those blockages are there, so that you can overcome them and you can continue to develop your skills in all these key points and personal development. So if you found this useful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment in the comment section. If you have experience with coaching, please drop your comments. It's much greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, please go ahead and do so, and down in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Have a healthy day.